Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're getting into part 2, the application of this ginger hair that I colored. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so this is our model. She's considered a low hairline. I consider her a low hairline because if you look on the sides, her hair comes out towards her eyebrows, but she does have space in the middle. The thing about when a person has those low hairlines on the side, you're gonna have to pull that wig all the way down, baby. Like, look how far I have that wig down. You're gonna have to pull it down until it covers those sides, and then we're gonna have to take the middle out. I have a specific video on customizing low hairlines. I haven't changed like my process, so I didn't make a new video, but I am gonna give you a few tips in this video. Okay, so once you have that wig pulled all the way to the front, or that frontal, covering those sides, what I want to do is I want to mimic her hairline. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to carve out the areas that does not line up with her hairline. Okay guys, so don't mind her hairline. I actually showed you in part 1 of this video on how to fix the red that got and stained the lace. Okay, so if you haven't watched that, go back and check it out. Alright, so right here, I'm just being real extra. I could have braided this, but I just chose to cut it. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know. So I'm actually carving it out, and I went in and just cut out the parts that's going to be cut. And then I'm going to show you what to do. If you haven't watched my previous videos on, working with low hairlines, you can tweeze it out. You can nair it out. I'm going to put in a short little clip here showing you what I did. Now here, you can see where I fixed the root. It looks amazing. Like, it's not red anymore, right? So make sure you go check that video out. But I actually have everything parted out. Everything that's gonna come out on this wig, you can tweeze it or you can nair it. It's totally up to you. I like to nair it because the nair is gonna remove every little dot, right? So if you just go in and cut it, it's gonna be obvious. It doesn't look real. That's why I just don't part it and cut it. I really think that does not look all that great, and you have to do too much to cover and hide. Like, she's not gonna wear a lot of baby hair, so I gotta make sure that it looks good, just putting it. So I'm just showing you how you can tweeze. Like, you don't have to nair it if you're afraid to do the nair, but you can tweeze it out. But you gotta take your time, because you can really like tear up the lace tweezing. That's so much to tweeze. Even here in the middle section, you can go in and just tweeze the part, but I'm gonna use nair, right? That's just my easy go-to. I like how clean it looks. I'm not gonna put it all over, this hair. I'm just putting it right where I want that hair to come out. When I place it on her head, it's gonna match up perfectly. Also, I think this is a great idea, like for some of you guys who are hairstylists or providing like wig services. What you could do is have that client come in for a consultation, set that wig on their head if they have a low hairline or a special hairline. You can carve out what needs to come out, let them go home, and that way you have time to prep that before their appointment. So that's something that I used to do when I was a hairstylist. Okay, so I'm going in with my liquid gold. That is my go-to, especially for glueless installs or even using my ball cap method. I really feel like it holds up better than any type of hairspray. This is going to stay on, and you don't have to worry about your cap sliding. So I'm actually going to take the liquid gold and I'm going to trace it and follow her hairline across the front. I'm going to dry it with heat. That's going to make it dry faster. It takes longer to dry than it does a hairspray, but you don't have to worry about your cap sliding back. Okay, so I placed the wig on her head and we have everything matched up. If you take a look at that hairline, guys, like, I love how it's not just totally straight. If you have not watched my customization videos, you need to go check it out. All right, for her, she's very light, so I'm using makeup. I'm going behind that makeup with holding spray so that I can prime the area. Makeup is oil based, and if I'm going to be using product and tape and things on there, I don't want to have any issues with it not sticking. Okay, so now when I do my lace installs, I like to cut my lace before. That's just something that's comfortable for me. I'm going ahead, I'm gonna cut out that lace across the front. I usually leave about 1/4 of an inch in front because I really feel like if you get too close, this is just my personal opinion, if you get too close, I feel like it's a little more detectable. So now I'm going in with my pressing comb. I usually don't do that. I usually just mold mine with mousse and put it under the dryer. I feel like it gets really flat, but I've been seeing people use the pressing comb and I kind of like it now. So the first thing you want to do, guys, is you want to clean the skin. I want you guys to stay away from alcohol. I've been preaching this for several years now. Please stay away from the alcohol. It damages the skin. And what we're asking that you use is either facial wash or either makeup wipes. They have the makeup wipes that are oil free if that's an issue. After you clean the skin, go in with your Skin Protect. It is not an option, guys. This is hair replacement. In hair replacement, you have to do Skin Protect. The Skin Protect is gonna block sweat and bacteria. I want you to dab it, don't spray it. If you spray it, guys, it can cause issues with the glue, you know, mixing in. So dab it on there, do 2 to 3 coats, and you should be fine. Okay, guys, so we have upgraded our labels on our Boho Active. Make sure you look out for these label changes. On the left, you see our old label, which is the lighter pink, and now we have a darker pink label for the Boho Active. It's the same amazing formula, guys. In working with low hairlines, I have a technique that I would love to see you guys incorporate. When it comes to hair replacement, hair glue was designed for people who don't have hair. Okay, so when I have been seeing people take the glue on low hairlines and they're placing the glue all the way back so that they can get a great hold and they don't have to pull the lace down on the face so it's sitting on top of the eyebrows. Like, nobody wants their wig that low, right? So in this instance, I would love to see you guys incorporate this technique using the tape and the glue. So what I'm asking you guys to do is, I want you to trace in front of that cap. Make sure it's not too wide. This is gonna be very, very thin in front of this cap, not a wide section of glue. Make sure you get it nice and flat. Make sure it dries clear. Once it dries clear, we're gonna go in with the Boho lace tape. The Boho lace tape is so easy to use. Make sure when you cut that block, you don't cut with the line because you wanna make it easy to pull those tabs off. I'm gonna place that tape on the skin and on the cap. This way, I can put glue on top of the tape for those who need a little more space when it comes to the application of the glue. Now, as I was saying earlier, I don't want to see you guys placing the glue on top of the cap because it's going to get on the hair. If it gets on the hair and you're not the person removing it, whether it's the stylist or the professional, sometimes people can be in a rush or heavy-handed and pull their hair out, not taking their time. So it's very important that you are very cautious on how you're doing these hair replacement applications that were originally made for people who don't have hair. 2 to 3 more layers on top of the tape. I think 2 is fine. This way you don't have to worry about getting the glue on the hair. I have seen so many people doing this. I've seen so many people having issues with getting the glue off of their hair because maybe the stylist or they did it themselves and just did not know. Once it's clear, you guys, you are ready to go ahead and apply your unit. It doesn't take the glue long to dry, but if you use too much at one time, it will take a long time to dry and it won't dry even. So if you notice, I'm lining everything up with the glue. This is so much easier for me. I don't know if you guys tried to cut the lace prior to, whichever way, as long as you're getting a good end result, it doesn't matter. But for me, I prefer to cut the lace first. I can line it up. I don't have to worry about excess glue left off in the front of my lace. Then that's going to require me to use alcohol and things like that to get that off of my face. If you have excess, like, I'd rather go back in and have to add a little rather than me have to clean up. So you notice here I'm adding just a little bit right there along the hairline. And make sure you guys go check out my customizing video with me tweezing and bleaching, guys, so that you can get that natural look. She's gonna get a little baby hair, but she didn't want a lot of baby hair, so that's one of the things that we did. If you notice here, I'm cutting around the ear. I'm gonna part it and cut it. Don't just start cutting, because if you do, it's gonna leave little short hairs there. So part it and then go in and cut it. Okay, so now this is the next step that I want you to do. I want you to part it and I want you to go in and I want you to dry it and press it with your finger. That's going to get rid of a lot of the shine, guys. If that's not getting it, you can dull it with a cream makeup. Don't use liquid. Powder sometimes leave like a white cast. You can do powder and cream, but I like a cream. I'm going to get it on top and then I'm going to push it in, guys, and blow dry it, and it's gonna make it disappear. It's gonna make it go matte. On top of my actual makeup, after that, I like to spray a little skin protect on top because that's gonna help dull it out as well. Be able to find it. I've had this bottle probably about 10 years, but it works. But it may be, I don't know, if you may find it a little more messier than the actual just using the skin protect, since you have to have the skin protect anyway. Now, when it comes to melting the lace, guys, I found that this elastic band, I used to didn't do it, but the elastic band really helps push the lace into the glue. So you may want to consider doing that, guys, putting that on, and then you can style the hair while it's setting. It usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes to set. Styling the hair, I'm going in with my KENRA Shine. This is one of my favorite serums that I like to use. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out as well. It comes in black and brown. I really love it. I've used it on other videos. I think you guys have seen it. I'll put the link in the description box below so that you guys can purchase as well. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna go in with Easy Root. I had a few areas in the middle, you can see here, where it was a little light. It could have been for me, you know, all the gel that I had put under to protect the lace, where it didn't get down in there enough. And if that happens, or you just over bleach, this is a good method to fix it really quick. Now I'm going in with just a little concealer just to lighten up that part a little bit and make it look perfect. Okay, so I think this is a perfect time to go in and start flat ironing her hair. She just wants her hair silked out. I'm using my Shatour Pro. These are my favorite flat irons. I'm only going to do one pass and it's going to get the job done. I'll put everything in the description box so you guys can pick up yours too. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut her baby hair. You could use a razor. I couldn't find my razor, so I'm using my shears. I'm kind of like slither cutting it to make it a little jagged. So I don't like to cut it too even. Also, when I cut the baby hair, whether I'm going to do baby hair or not, I still cut baby hair. I really feel like it makes it look really, really natural around the hairline. Used to hold the lace down as a glueless product, or it could be used on top to create baby hairs. I like to do it to give it a finished look. I'm not going to create a lot of baby hair on her. She didn't want that, but I am going to finish it off with the lace jelly. Now I know a lot of you guys either do like the mousse or you do different things like that, but when I do the jelly or even the liquid gold, I'm gonna go ahead and dry it right after I maneuver those hairs how I want them to be. I'm not gonna tie it down because I don't want anything to stick to my actual band. So if I'm gonna do baby hairs or mold the outside, I'm gonna take my blow dryer, I'm gonna dry it majority of the way, and then if you want to tie it down from there, you can. Okay, so she didn't want a lot cut. She just want a fringe around the front. So I took 2 pieces from both sides so I could make sure they're even. And then I cut each side at a 45-degree angle, pulled it straight forward and just cut it. And then I pulled it to the side so I could have a few layers on the side of the hair and the inside as well. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 and part 2 to this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below.